season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars at LaBelle Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Syracuse Orange, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The give to the back. Got room at the 35. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
To the ground. He's got it again. Oh, he's got some space. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Looking for a man. It's Meyer. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Complete to the left. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Off the play fake on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Give him 6. Touchdown, Syracuse.
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Runs through a tackle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Backed up now, here's second and long. To the air, it's Bush. Looking left. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And that third down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got enough for the first down. A huge pickup, knocked out of bounds at the 30, but they are in business.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Back open in the middle. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
Nice job by the defense there. They knew coming into this one, this running back was dangerous catching the football, so really good job getting him down on the ground, now setting up 4th and goal.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Looking downfield, it's Sparks. Fires to the right. It's caught. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on 3rd down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time and obviously executed well.
BYU with the 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking for room. It's Booth. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got a man in the middle. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Leaves it with the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground game on the left. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Looking to pass. It's Sparks. Finds his tight end. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Well, now down in distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Reads it, fires complete. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the break, and it's Syracuse on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, BYU! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He'll throw it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Cougars. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Awesome awareness slowed himself down, got his hands in the air, plucks it out of mid-air, keeps his balance, and takes it in for 6.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, as you know, there is a fight for the Cy-Hawk going on between Iowa and Iowa State, and we finally have a winner. Iowa State just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory, and that's really the standard there at Ames. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting it second and short, not a good job by this defense.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man. And sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
Back to throw, it's Sparks. Here's the pressure. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Making side adjustments here. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. Back to pass, it's fired. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Into the secondary on the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Cuse.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Makes a connection. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball in the money, and he makes the play.
He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. He's got the tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Rides the back on the option. The give. Touchdown, Cougar! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And that's exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass. It's fired. Makes the catch. It's Freeman. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the end.
Send the tight end in motion. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Orange. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
A really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance. Excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal.
Syracuse 24, BYU 21.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air. It's Sparks. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Off the RPO, complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. The Cougars are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to bully their way for the first. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Sparks. The short hands, it's Smith. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. BYU has this offense clicking. From the gun, give on the inside. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Trying play action. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Didn't get nearly enough done on third down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. He'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. Once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
To throw, it's fired. Fires to the right. Found a seam. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
One of the things I love about this running back, he can run a lot of different types of routes. I like the job on the angle route there, putting his foot in the ground, crossing the defender's face, and making it an easy pitch and catch for the QB.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
And fire the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Chubb. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
To pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. To the air, it's Meyer. Firing to the right, complete. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. UNLV looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks and a defense that looks disinterested. They're trailing by 14 to San Diego State. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
The inside handoff. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Might be calling a hot route. Dropping back, it's Sparks. Good timing on the quick out. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
And you've always got to be careful around the sideline to not step out accidentally. So that wide receiver did a really nice job on that route to bring the ball in while on a tightrope.
They think there's room to run to the right here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
And the Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Sends it back in motion. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, BYU!
so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the fourth.
Set to advance on the fly.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Motion from the back. Back to throw. It's fired. Moving away from pressure. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, fine. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They unleashed an aerial assault last time. He's taking the shot. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, BYU! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's got him in the flat. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Looking to throw, it's fired. Grab near the marker, it's Freeman. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Fires to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first?
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Matthews. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Gonna look downfield again. Catch in the middle, it's Freeman. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Scanning the field. It's fired. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Trying to take it back. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cougar. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. He does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turned on the Jets, making the big play.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. They're working that left side. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Back to pass on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Rushes on him. On the move, he fires. That's caught. It's Freeman. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle. It's O'Neal. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. Now, I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
The sure hands, it's Freeman. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Back to throw, it's Fire. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Throws to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game. But the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Snags it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Oh, they're after him! And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
And this is caught for a touchdown, so hold on just a minute. We might have a finish here.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Looking downfield, it's Fire. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.